Every single one of you knows that you shouldn't be revenge trading. Every single one of you knows that you shouldn't be moving your stop loss. Every single one of you knows that you shouldn't be revenge trading after a stop loss. So why do you keep on doing it? So here's the thing that most people don't want to hear, that all strategies work. Strategies like CRT, PO3, supportive resistance, ICT, whatever it is, they all work. So if all the strategies work, why do 90% of traders still lose money? Because knowing your strategy and actually consistently executing your strategy under pressure are two complete different things. And the gap between that is called the discipline gap. Now, until you close it, you will never find consistency in trading. So that's exactly what I want to break down. How do you close that gap? Let's get into it. So why does that happen? Because traders think the more they study, the more they watch videos, the more strategies they learn, that eventually trading is going to click for them. That is not how it works. Think about it for a second. You know fast food is bad for you, right? You know you should exercise more, right? You know you should be sleeping for 8 hours a day, right? Has never been the problem. The problem is that when you're tired, when you're stressed, emotional, you don't go to what you know. You go to what you're used to, your habits, not your knowledge. And then trading is exactly the same way. When you're in a setup and you're down $200 on the day, your brain is not thinking about the rules. Your brain is thinking about recovering those $200. Are you guys getting it? It's not a knowledge problem. It's a habit and discipline problem. And the only way to fix this is by building systems that make good behaviors automatic. So this is exactly how we're gonna do that. So the first thing I want you to fix is your pre-session routine. So before I open a single chart in the morning, I write these 3 questions out. What is that number amount that I'm gonna close my laptop and I'm just gonna walk away? What is the profit target for my week? And the third thing that I write is an emotional check-in. What I write in that section is like, if I'm tired that day, am I feeling frustrated from the day before of a loss? Am I feeling super excited because I'm in a winning streak? And then every single time I write things down, I try to be as honest and as detailed as possible because I want to be able to look back on it and I want to see what my emotional state is. And this works because you're setting up rules before your emotions get involved. Before you enter on that trade, before that pressure hits, before you start feeling overconfident. When those moments happen, you already know what to do. You just look down at your journal and you know step by step on what you're supposed to do for that day. You already made a decision on that notebook, so all you have to do is execute it every single day. This next one I really like as well because I have friends that have rules in their trading, but they're super vague rules, so it doesn't really even matter. They're writing rules like, only take high quality setups, only take A+ setups. Let's be honest for a second. When you're down $1,000 on the day and you see a next setup, any single setup is gonna look like a high quality setup when you're down $1,000. Think about those vague rules. They are for your logical self, for not that emotional self. Your emotional self is always gonna be the first one that comes in. So when you write rules down, write them for that type of person, for that emotional person. So instead of writing rules like, I'm only gonna take A+ setups, I want you to try this next time. So write down, I'm only gonna take the next setup if price hits my point of entry. Have at least two or three confluences to enter this trade. My risk to reward is minimum a 1 to 2. If I'm missing any of those, then it's gonna be a yes or no. If I'm missing one, then it's gonna be no, I'm not taking the trade. If I have all of them, I'm gonna be like, yes, I'm taking that trade. You see the difference in rules. You see how different you're gonna react to those rules. When your rules are specific like that, there's no negotiating. It's exactly how you take emotions out of your trading. And this last one, I want to talk about accountability, and that is something I don't see a lot of traders doing as well. But journaling is like internal accountability, writing down every single entry, exit, every single emotion that you're feeling, every single aspect of trading down in that journal, and then seeing what is working, what is not. Like, okay, I keep failing in this area. So you are self-aware, and then you know not to do that mistake like ever again. And then you can protect yourself from that happening over and over again. So that's internal accountability, you reacting to your own thoughts. But now you have external accountability that is even more powerful. And that is when you surround yourself with people that know your rules, that know your goals, and are going to keep you accountable with your actions if you ever break them. And that is a really cool thing about psychology, because when you are mainly by yourself, you get to rationalize every single decision. Like, it's a yes or no, I can do whatever I want, are surrounded with people that know your standard, you actually hold that standard because you have eyes on you. And that is exactly why we built the community that we have right now, is to feel that accountability, to be able to check in with others, see how others are doing, and for others to check in with you and help you progress in that journey. So if you guys want to be part of that, you guys can find that community in the link in the description. There's one thing I want you guys to leave here with, is that traders feel like discipline is a restriction, like it's something holding them back. But I want to flip that completely. Discipline, discipline is not a cage that holds you. It is something that helps you break free. It frees you from blowing accounts. It frees you from emotional decisions. It frees you from you knowing you're gonna break your rules on that Monday morning. You know you're gonna blow that account because you're not disciplined enough. The traders that trade consistently for a very long time, the rules that they have are not limitations. The rules that they have is their identity. Those rules have become habits for them, and that's why it's easy for them to do them every single day. They don't follow rules because they have to or something. They follow them because that's exactly who they are. I always say that we are not traders, we are risk managers. A risk manager doesn't overtrade. A risk manager doesn't move their stop loss. A risk manager doesn't open another trade after a loss. And that's not because they can't. They can, but that's not who they are. And that's exactly the shift that I want you to make right now. Who are you gonna be?